Hey Beverly Hall family, so I just picked up wifey and
Oh, let's
Braylon.
get in the car and tell them really quick so it's not so harsh.
Hi, Brad. You okay? Yeah. Oh, I miss you, Mommy.
I miss you, baby. Oh my goodness. Oh.
I miss you, brother, too.
Look at Mommy's baby is sleeping.
Hey Braylon.
Boy, you got something, Dad, look.
I know.
Okay, so it is March 10th, guys. And we are officially discharged from the hospital. We have miraculous news. Braylon needs to go right now to the cardiac hospital.
Hey guys, it is really the day after Braylon has been released from the hospital and we're home.
We are home. Whoa, guys, what an experience that we were not expecting to be going through.
Yes, it was like a serious curveball. I'm pretty sure this is a curveball to you guys because it's a curveball to us. So we're trying to give you guys all of the information in real time so we can keep you guys updated on things.
And forgive us for, I've been trying to share as much as I can to shorts, guys, but honestly, this is a lot that we're going through, and it's easy for me to put together a little minute vlog for you versus like really sitting down and finding time to breathe and explain what's really been going on. We're at a point, and we'll tell you what we updated Braylon with today a little bit later in this video. We're at a point where we can actually sit down and kind of just let you guys know, not leave you hanging or worrying or wondering what's going on. So yesterday was March the 10th, and Braylon was discharged from pediatric cardiac ICU, which is amazing. I believe that all of the prayers definitely worked. His troponin levels have decreased from a 53 down to a 9, which praise God. Like that is pretty much an indicator that shows how much stress is being placed on the heart. It usually signifies a heart attack or like inflammation around the valves in the heart. Braylon had significantly went down on the scale there. So thank you. That was the main reasoning why we could go home, is because those numbers decreased so much. Also, the neurology consult came in. He had a EEG, I can't remember exactly what it's called. It's been so long since I went to school. But it's where they put the electrodes on the skull and they do about a half-hour test. They flash lights, they make him hyperventilate, and they try to see if there was or any signs of seizure activity in the brain because of the whole foaming of the mouth and things like that. There was not anything concerning enough that the neurologist came back in, so no news is good news, and I made sure with the doctor before we left that that was the case. And his EKG did still read that he had the QT interval, but he had just began the beta blocker, so they said it will take at least 2 weeks for it to build up in his system. He had to go take genetic testing immediately after discharge of the hospital. So with all of that being said, we got discharged from the hospital, and then you will see the clip of us immediately getting into the car and me kind of explaining some things to you. And then we went right across the street to a heart center where Braylon had to be scheduled for genetic testing. Pretty much, yes, they confirmed his diagnosis of prolonged QT syndrome, but now he had to like fill up a tube with his saliva so much, and the tests take about 2 to 4 weeks, they said. It could be as soon as 2 weeks, as late as 4 weeks to get the results back. And pretty much what that does is tells us how severe, what exact diagnosis of prolonged QT syndrome does he have.
Yes.
There's varying situations.
And it's different like types of
prolonged QT. There's different types. So you can have it to where it can be controlled just with a pill, like a beta blocker. You can have it to where it needs a pacemaker. You can have it to where it needs a pacemaker and a defibrillator. But either way, it is a lifelong genetic disorder. It is a disease that attacks, I won't say it attacks the heart, but it affects the heart in a way that makes his heart so it doesn't pump the normal lub-dub, you know. His will kind of freak out and pump and can't get the blood back out, which causes lack of oxygen because the oxygen's in the blood on the red blood cells. It can't be carried through the body, so then he'll faint, pass out, or worst case scenario, die. And we never want that to be the case. So I believe that God allowed us to catch this in time. We left from the genetic testing and we called the pharmacy because he's on this new pill called Nadolol. It's a beta blocker, like I said. It's making him kind of drowsy, so we're paying attention to it. I don't know if you watched the short or not, but Marco and I purchased him a Apple Watch. If you know anything about the Apple Watch, they track all of your activity, your heart rate, things like that. So that way we can have it on him at all times so we can monitor. And I also set him up like a health tag for whatever reason. I know he's homeschooled and he's usually with us 24/7, but in case of anything happens, it will tell the medical people that yes, he has prolonged QT syndrome, yes, he has taken Nadolol to control it, and blah blah blah, just in case. And it can SOS for him, you know. So that's where we're at with that, and that's why we're not with him right now, because we just came down here. We don't like keep talking about it in front of him because it kind of freaks him out a little bit. He's feeling so much better. He looks night and day. I'm a little paranoid because we do have to wait for the next 2 weeks to pray, maybe even a month, that he does not have any more episodes like this, that we might need to rush him back into the hospital. We're praying that the beta blockers work. What I will tell you is that his dad was not able to just take a pill. His dad is continuously living his life with a pacemaker every single day that is helping him live, and also a defibrillator which shocks his heart back to life in case of if it stops. So at worst, you know, Braylon can have to get the same exact procedure done, have a pacemaker placed and a defibrillator. At best, maybe he can control it on a beta blocker. We're still just trying to figure all this out.
Well, we hoping and we believing it's just the beta blocker that he will be using at this point in time, and that's what we want, right?
Yeah, we'd love to be able to control this with a pill. That's the easy fix, you know, but at the same time, whatever the genetic testing comes back as, we'd rather him go through the surgery, have the pacemaker placed, than the worst case scenario that could happen. So that's kind of where we're at with everything, guys. We're just going to be making him comfortable, tending to him, making sure he eats lots of healthy foods. We've been looking up juices. I know that his is not necessarily the health of his heart as much as it is the genetics of his heart, but I still just want to make sure that I'm giving him juices, like things that will make everything I can do in our will to make sure that he is as healthy as possible while he's experiencing this is my goal. It's been a lot on us to take in this weekend. Do you want to say anything, babe?
You all right?
Yeah. It's just sad, you know, like
Yeah.
when you find out something like this about your kid, like everybody wants their kids to be healthy. That's the goal. But we're definitely gonna like stay by him through all of this. Like, I'm so grateful that I can be his mom, and I just feel blessed to have him as a child, and he's so respectful, and I just love him. I love him with all my heart. I love all my kids with all my heart, and I'd do anything for any of them.
It's just, we just gotta stay on it, right?
Yeah.
Just stay on it, and I'm glad that we about to do the juicing, because it's gonna help the whole family's overall health.
I had a really big surprise for him, but I just don't want to overwhelm him right now. I kind of want him to just be able to do what he wants to do, which is play video games and hang out and relax and sleep. So I'm not gonna really introduce this surprise to him and the boys until probably next week. Thank you for your prayers. Just keep praying
Guys,
for
so
us.
much. A very shocking curveball out of the blue moon, once in a lifetime type of week.
I just want you guys to know that he's okay and he's thankful.
And he really love you guys, and
oh
he
my
really
God,
appreciates you guys for all of your prayers and everything. Braylon really appreciates you guys so much.
He was like, Mom, people are really watching this. Do they care about me like that? And I was like, Braylon, like, people love you so much. Like, you are such a blessing and you're such a light on this world. So yes, people are watching and they love you and they're praying for you. Thank you. It's meant so much to him. He's felt so much support from you guys, and it's just been so overwhelming just how positive of a community we've built here, and I'm just so thankful for you guys.
We're very thankful, guys. Braylon is right now upstairs with his brothers, relaxing, just having a good time, living a normal life as possible, and trying to keep his mind off things, you know. So
I just pray that anyway, love you guys.
Love you guys. We'll see you guys on the next video.
Peace.
Peace.